Well, that's one way to do it. Jeez, oh. Hi, my name's Richard, aka Reptile Rich. I want to invite you into the world of living with exotic animals as pets, taking you on a journey to inspire the conservation and preservation of these amazing creatures and their habitat around the world. Hey guys, how's it going? So finally we've got the new glass for Alita's Viv. It's finally been made, done, we've got it in the house, so I'm going to put it in. But unfortunately, as I mentioned before, her old bulb had blown a lot and it took all the electronics with it. So it's actually, I have to take the top of her Viv off to take the old one out and put the new one in. Which means all these Vivs, everything of this lot has to come down somehow. I'll have to do it on my own. Don't know. We'll see how this goes, guys. So yeah, let's start stripping this down and do this for Alita.
With this feeling, I can leave. I'm working and I'm
Take a look at the beautiful hunter for you guys. Isn't that one stunning snake? It's a good excuse for the spring clean as well.
Do you want a bite of me? Just getting me above now. Just getting me above.
This is a good idea. Well, this is a good thing because his heat mat has fallen off the bottom of his Viv off of Hunter. Now, when the Viv is fully opened up and it's not divided anymore and Hunter has the full Viv, I'll be switching to a ceramic heat bulb. Heat mats, these heat mats especially, just don't seem to be cutting it when it comes to heating the larger Vivs. So in future I will definitely be switching to ceramic heat bulbs all the way throughout. Onwards! And that's what Rita's done.
See the sun goes down, driving light in the heart.
Please don't copy what I'm doing here. This is a little bit dangerous, to be honest with you. If you're watching this at home and think you're doing this, always try and use help if you can get it, if you can have someone give you a helping hand. This is a very heavy 6-foot Viv, and if it had fallen on me, it would have really hurt me. So yeah, please don't try this stuff at home. So the new basking lamp's in place. There's no cables hanging about anywhere. That's a lot better, a lot more permanent. So let's change this glass and see what a difference it makes. New glass in. How good does that look, guys? Of course I need to clean up the floor, as you can see, and all the other bits and bobs. That is looking good. What's up, all you cool snakes and neonates? You see what I did there? I think I'm going to make that my new intro. What's up, all you cool snakes and neonates? I hope you're all keeping well. I hope you're all doing good. So you may notice behind me, there's a new Viv. I took in another animal. I got contacted to go and pick up this leopard gecko. So let's go and take a look at this leopard gecko. So as you guys can see, this isn't a leopard gecko. This is a banded African fat-tailed gecko. This guy he hasn't been eating very well for the old owner, so he's looking very thin. You can see he has dropped his tail and then it has regrown a little bit deformed, kind of. He's missing some of his fingers. You'll notice in previous episodes and live streams I've told you about always make sure you get the skin off of the fingers of your geckos, all of your lizards in fact, because the skin will cut off the circulation and you will lose the fingers of your animals. So this little ball of reptile cuteness, look at that face. Oh, isn't he so cute? He's so cute. He is so cute. You are so cute as you are. Are you cute? Look at them. Just look at the face. So you guys know, usually I take in animals and I get them better. I get them up to full health. I fatten them up. I make sure they're eating, pooping, shedding and healthy, and then put them on to new homes. I'm not sure if I'll do that with this guy. African fat-tailed geckos aren't a very common species of gecko to come across. You very rarely see them in the shops. Usually you have to go to breeders for them. They're not a common species of gecko. So I think that's, maybe he or she, I've not checked yet, it's not long been home. So I'm trying not to muck about with them too much. They are typically a shy gecko. They're really good for handling, but they are typically shy. Unlike the leopard gecko that is crepuscular, meaning that it is awake through dawn and dusk, these guys are nocturnal, so they're awake through the night. Also, unlike the leopard geckos, these guys need a bit of humidity. So whereas the leopard gecko is on sand, I'm going to put this guy on a cocoa husk and sand mix. He's currently on half bark, half kitchen roll, which is not ideal. It's not very good. So let's go and change that for him and get him a little bit more comfy. Let's admire his cuteness for another little shot. Look at that dog, he's so cute. You gonna look at the camera? He's camera shy. There you go. Who's a cute little thing. So this is his or her Viv. As you guys can see, well decked out with hides and water bowls. And food bowls, so they can't fault on that front. But I wouldn't really use this substrate, certainly not a half and half mixture. This kitchen roll, I'm pretty sure, isn't one of the kitchen rolls that's completely free of like chemicals or fresheners or whatever it is with that blue lines in it. I'm pretty sure that that's not an ideal kitchen roll. But we will change that out anyway. We're going to put in full substrate. So this is how great my memory or my head or whatever is, guys. Yeah, so I went through, grabbed kitchen roll because that's a reptile keeper's best friend. This is the most expensive part of keeping reptiles, is the amount of freaking kitchen roll you're going to go through. So yeah, I went through and got kitchen roll, came back through, went back through, got another roll of kitchen roll, went back through and looked for the kitchen roll. What was I doing? Look, come and see, look. Look at the cleanings that's going on. What we do is we take the kitchen rolls, and we take it like this, let's have a spray, and we take it in, and we clean, and we scrub, and we clean it. Oh look, it's lovely, it's all lovelies. Mwah, lovely. It's beautiful, man, beautiful and clean. Very lucky lizard. Ooh. Look as well, I've washed and cleaned. Stay with me. I've washed and cleaned all of his bowls and hides and stuff, so they're all beautiful and clean for him. Now these guys, like I said, need a bit of humidity, so that's why I've sort of done the mix for them. They are from sort of desert Africa, but I don't want to mist down sand all the time. So I'm mixing
cocoa into it as well. People don't like using sand for species because of impactions, they eat it and all that kind of stuff. The leopard gecko, as you guys know, is on sand. He eats off the tongs, doesn't ingest it, and in all honesty, in my opinion, they live on sand in the wild and they aren't extinct. So I don't see a huge problem with it. Myself, like I say to you guys, I'm no expert. I like a naturalistic look to my vivs, and I would rather do this than paper towel. I've known many people that have kept their animals on sand for years and never had a problem. This is not a species I have much experience with. I'm a monitor guy and a board guy. Geckos are not my forte, so this is not a care video or a how-to video. This is just me taking in a rescue and doing my best job with it. I'm not entirely sure what my final plans are even going to be with said gecko. I've judged that bedding to perfection. So, I hate using sand and stuff. Sand just, it gets everywhere. Nightmare, absolute nightmare. Right, so whenever you're putting a moss box in, I always prefer, whenever I'm putting a moss box in, I always prefer to put the moss box at the hot end. Moss goes all stagnant and mouldy if it's left for too long. So if you put moss in the hot end, the water will sort of evaporate out of it, it'll dry up, and then you can just spray it again to add more moisture into it rather than it just sitting in the cold end and going all mouldy. That's how I feel anyway, that's how I do it. Do you want to come and see? Do you want to come and see what I've done? Come have a look. Dun 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 dun. A lot better. A lot more like a Viv. Let's put him in and see what happens. He's like, what is this? Clean water bowl, clean food bowl. That's crazy. So thank you guys very much for tuning in. As always, take care, like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff, and I'll see you on the next one.